Hello and welcome to Andy and Katie's Allotment. I'm Andy and welcome to our YouTube channel. I'd just like to take you on a tour of the allotment. Today's the 3rd of December, so we're well into winter. A lot of the people are saying that you're putting the garden to bed and all the rest of it, and I don't particularly like that. So what I want to do is to show you that there are some things that I've been doing that you can do in the winter. And that it can be a productive time ready for the springtime when we start to sow and do some of the jobs that we don't get a chance to do in the rest of the year. So without further ado, let's go for a walk around the allotment. So looking down the allotment, you'll be able to see that I've done quite a lot of work, particularly on this right hand side. I'd started to do it on the last video to widen the bed there, to make that path, the grass path down the middle there, as narrow as possible. They are difficult to mow, difficult to keep under control, so I just wanted to as well use as much of the available space as possible. So like I said, on the bed on the right, I've doubled in width, and then I've joined up with the beds towards the end, and I'll show you when we get there what I've done in relation to that. So not much to see in the bulb patch yet, but there are some bulbs that are starting to poke out. The odd daffodil, certainly you can see some crocuses coming through, which is really good. We have had some frost, we've had some really cold weather just lately, but then that's been interspersed with some nice weather. So you can see I've got some strawberries in there as well. I'm still debating whether to move them into this bed, which is the bed that I set up as a strawberry patch. This had parsnips in it earlier in the year, but because I've got the extra space now, the extra bed space, then I'm going to lay this to strawberries and see what I got some free ones given. Somebody on the allotment had obviously done some maintenance of a large strawberry patch, and these were all going for free, so that's what I've done there. So I don't know, I'll probably leave the other ones in there because they're not doing any harm in it, and I want to leave these quite a lot of space to be able to grow in the summer. This bed here is a bit of an experiment. What I've done is I've planted some turnips. Now I know I'm not going to get them this year, but I'm seeing if these tiny little seedlings that are just poking out there will get big enough to survive the winter. Then I'll get an earlier harvest in the spring. I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of turnips that are going from the front of the screen away to the back. As I say, they're just starting to poke out now after the frosts, so they have germinated. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So Brussels sprouts. So these are starting to get ready to harvest. I'm just going to leave them another week or so, but not much more than that. As you can see, there's plenty of ones on there, and on this plant there's some really big ones. And if I just put my finger there to give you an idea on size, that one's quite a big one. They did get really ravaged by pests, caterpillars it was that got them in the summer, but hey ho, they've survived. So, and then as you can see, when I take them out, I can do some bed maintenance as well, get rid of all them weeds. Ready. Next to them, purple sprouting broccoli. So this will obviously go all the way through the winter. I think it's birds that's in this cold weather. Let's have a go. There, look, you can see the leaves have been stripped a little bit, but provided that they haven't done any damage to the actual sprouts, which I think they're okay. Sort of in between the leaves there, you can still see most of them are still there. And hopefully, come April time, they will give me some nice broccoli. So if we go 180 degrees round, got leeks, not leeks, they're garlic, sorry. And so I put these in. These were supermarket. They were going for 50p for 3 packs. So I thought, well, you know, it's not going to break the bank if they don't work, but they really look to have gone on. So this is just another experiment. I did grow some supermarket garlic last year, but it didn't really do that well. But I did get the odd bulb. But these seem to have gone away quite nicely. They don't really want to be that much bigger than that to overwinter, and then obviously they'll zoom off during the spring, and then sort of June, July time will be when I get my garlic. So we'll see. So then these are brown onions. So put the sets in beginning of October. So they're just starting to really come through nicely now. And again, don't want to be too big before the onset of sort of winter, which is obviously just starting. They just need to be big enough to survive, really, which is what they appear to be. So then I put some broad beans in here. Not really done anything. I think the frost certainly got that one. You see that the stem's gone all mushy and brown, so that will succumb to the frost. But that one looks to be quite good. I did put some more in afterwards to compensate for some that I did lose, but they might not come up now until maybe next year if they survive. They might just go mouldy under the ground and just not come up. But there we go. We'll see what happens. So this part of the garden is the bit that I've joined up. So as you can see, if I showed you down the allotment, now I was looking back up towards the compost heap, and you can see that's the bed that I doubled in width. And then again, if we do a 180 round, you can see that I've joined all of this up to make one big bed. Now I'm going to put my potatoes in here. I'm not sure what else yet, but there's plenty of room for plenty of potatoes, so that's what I'm going to do next year. So this bed is red onions, a little bit behind the brown, but that was the same last year. They were ready first, but started to sprout and started to come through last. So they obviously grow a bit quicker once they get going. So they're red onions. What I've got here is a mixture. They're just basically ones that I had left, brown and red. That I had some sets left, so I just put those in there, just to use them up and to use the sets that I've got. So if we go around, this part of the garden, which is so as you can see, my water troughs are nice and full, so that's good. Apple trees, I'm going to do some maintenance on them again this year, because that seemed to work really well last year as far as cutting them down. It was lost more leaves, it's a different variety, but yeah, I was quite brutal with that one, and then not so much with this one, so I'm going to give this one a good haircut. I did it last January, so I'm going to probably do the same, just to give them a good chance to get some air through them and hopefully get some good fruit. Right, this bit I've done, well, last time I'd done the black plastic, and what I've done is I've just, because it got blown about a bit in the wind and the storms, I've sort of relayed it down so that it's a bit more doubled up and what have you. So I'm just going to leave that, and then hopefully what I'm going to do with this is divide it up, divide this area up, because underneath it is starting to die off nicely, so it should be by next year more or less bare soil, barring a few weeds. So I'm going to use that one half of this I'm going to use as a pumpkin squash patch, and then the rest of it I'm going to try and do some asparagus, I think. I really fancy having a go at an asparagus bed, but obviously that's got to be something that is there. It's a long-term project. When you buy the crowns, it's sort of 2 or 3 years before you even think about harvesting to let them to get established. But so I might do that. I also want to do some raspberries and blueberries and black currants. So whether I'll do those in this bit here, in another bed, I don't know. The bit I'm walking down now is going to be the edge and the path. And then, again, another long-term project. I've cut all of this down with the hedge trimmers to try and get it all to die down. I think what I will do when I do eventually move the black plastic from behind me here, I'm going to put the black plastic over this bit here, and try and get the brambles and all the stuff that you can see here that I've cut down to actually die back. But whether that's going to be achievable without the aid of a mega strimmer or a rotivator or something like that, I don't know. So that's my aim, and I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to leave that bit there as just wild. I don't think I'm going to be able to manage another sort of third of what I've already got on top of what I'm already trying to do. So I'm going to try and be realistic and just leave that to go wild, and obviously then that's habitat for wildlife, for insects, pollinators, etc. That will help with the rest of the allotment. So that is really the end of the tour. As I said, the next one will probably be January now, well into January, when I do the trees. I'm also going to have a look in the my old greenhouse that's falling down and not repairable. I'm going to build some coal frames in there, ready to start doing some planting out, or some sowing, should I say, not planting out, some sowing. Well, any time from the end of February, really. I can get started with that. So that's where I am at the minute. So if you like what you've seen and you want to carry on following the progress of the allotment, then please subscribe. It really does help. It really does encourage me to see new people subscribing each time a video goes out. So please do that. And if you are already a subscriber, then please give us a like. I really enjoy getting your comments as well. So please give me some comments if you've got any constructive ideas as to what you think I should do with this extra space that I've got. Maybe some fruit trees or something like that, I don't know. But please let me know. But other than that, I'm going to sign off and say happy gardening. And if I don't do any more videos this year, then a very happy Christmas to everyone.